Hello everyone, my name is Mike McDonald coming to you live from Newport Beach, California, home office of Velara Global. And over the next few minutes I want to share with you what I think is some powerful information and want to introduce you to some amazing products. And if you like what you see, we invite you to become a customer because we know you're going to get some great benefits, and obviously we carry a unconditional money back guarantee on our products, a 30-day guarantee. If you don't fully love the product, you simply get your money back. But it's going to be an exciting journey, and hopefully you will see the value of becoming a customer. And obviously if you like being a customer, we will also invite you to partner up with us and share these amazing products around the country and around the world. So what I want to do is start off by basically just saying that we don't want to be a good company with good products. Our mission is pretty simple. We want to be a great company with great products and a great compensation plan, and we realize in order to do that we have to surround ourselves with the right people. Put the great people on the bus, give them the opportunity to make the right decisions, and we're going to build it to last. We have two great amazing products that we're going to share with you, but our foundation is very solid. Here at the corporate office, we have well over 200 years of experience, especially on the corporate level, and I think that's very critical that you understand on a corporate level, the experience that we have here is running a billion, that's with the B, a billion-dollar company. As a startup company out here in Newport Beach, our goal is to go across the country and across the world. We're soon to open up the United States and Mexico. We're just a few short weeks from a major launch, and we invite you to share the information and share the products. And it's a pretty simple program that we have to offer to people. Our mission is very simple. Let service to others be our highest calling. We believe the foundation of a company is absolutely critical. We believe in balance. We know that prosperity is important, health is important, life, family, and happiness. If all of these are balanced out, then obviously you're going to have perfect balance. And we are guided by a very simple principle: let service to others be our highest calling. So we challenge you and allow us to prove that to you each and every day as we begin to grow our company. Ever so often a company is born that is just destined to be a game changer. And we truly believe that Velara Global is that company based on not just the corporate level and the field level of great people that we have assembled ourselves with, but we're surrounded with the most talented people within the industry. And we recognize that there's a major problem on Mother Planet Earth here. We all know it takes three things to survive on Earth, and that is air, water, and food. And we know there's a big problem out there in the area of water. Think about it for just a minute. Over half the earth is covered with water, but very small amount of that water is truly healthy, drinkable water. So there is a shortage out there. And when you think about even NASA, when they go to the moon or to Mars or Jupiter, what are they looking for? They're looking for life. They're looking for water, because we know at some point in time we might just run out of good, healthy water. And as I did my research, I was absolutely blown away of all the sickness around the country and around the world when it comes to water. I was blown away to find out that millions of children die each and every year. Every 21 seconds a child dies because of the lack of good, healthy water. And the good news is we can do something about that. Anytime there's a problem, there is a solution. And when there's a solution, there is an opportunity to go with that. Over the last few years, we've seen the store shelves just grow and grow and grow in the area of sodas and beverages and so forth. And when you walk into your favorite grocery store, any part in the country, you see that one aisle front and back is nothing but sodas, and the next aisle front and back is nothing but plastic bottled waters. And more people are attempting to try to find clean, healthy water. But let me tell you, folks, reverse osmosis water in plastic bottles and so forth is not the answer. All that is doing is contaminating our rivers, our lakes, our streams, our cities with landfills and everything else. So this is not the answer, but we do have the answer. We do have a solution, and it's almost like a solution that is so simple, so amazing, you scratch your head and say, duh, how come I didn't think about that? You know, people spend literally thousands of dollars trying to find a way to have clean, healthy water. I'm one of those people. I've spent $3,000 on a water unit that ionized the water, filtered the water, cleaned the water, and gave me a good alkaline water. But here's what I discovered. It takes electricity, and you know, when you have electricity, that's also putting a negative energy charge into the water. It takes plumbing, the fact that you got to hook it up to pressurized water, and then you got moving parts. So it's very expensive. You got moving parts and you got electricity, and it is not convenient, nor is it portable. Well, here is the solution. We are inspired by nature and backed up by science. Two amazing products that we're going to talk to you about over the next few minutes. Our flagship product is going to be water, because well over 70% of your body is made up of water. So let's take a couple of minutes and talk about our unit, Velara. It is a water enrichment unit. It's an amazing unit. We kind of mimic Mother Nature. You know, as I think back over the many years that I've been drinking water, obviously, I'm saying to myself, well, self, why is it we can't produce water like Mother Nature did? You know, we would like to think that when we turn that tap on over there in the kitchen or in the bathroom, that the utility companies is providing us good, clean, healthy water. Well, they're doing the best they can. My hats are off to them, I guess. But, you know, here's what we have discovered. When you start running some water analysis and start looking at the healthy part of the water, we find out there's all kinds of chemicals and leftovers in the water. The scary part is the water that we're drinking today, you know, if it's provided by the city, might be the same water that our neighbors just took a shower in and went down into a system that they recycle. That's not too exciting to me. Well, what if we could mimic Mother Nature as it rains up on the mountaintops, and as the water comes down through the crevices and through the creeks and through the minerals and through the stones, and it comes out at perfect balance, clean, healthy, great tasting water. And that's Mother Nature's way of doing it. Well, we are mimicking Mother Nature. Our unit is designed to mimic Mother Nature with no moving parts and no electricity, and we make it very, very affordable, and also we make it very, very inexpensive. When we say portable, it's also affordable. So this unit sits on the countertop. It's really simple. It's got a ceramic disc that your water filters through. That is a special ceramic disc that we have a patented applied for on this unit, patent pending. And it also goes through a cartridge, and inside that cartridge is some of the magic ingredients that we have in there with trace minerals and minerals that at the end of the day, the water comes out, it absolutely tastes great. And we have every certification that can be received on this unit, so feel free that it's safe, it's great, and it is certified by every known certification out there. Now, when you test water, there's three things you generally test for. One is called ORP, and then the pH, and then we also test it one step further about the energy or the negative ions that's in the water. Now, let's look at the ORP for just a moment. You know, when you cut an apple in half, within a matter of a few minutes, the oxidation in the air turns that apple what? Turns it brown. Now, is that good or bad? Well, obviously that's bad. It's like rust. You put a piece of metal outside, and within a matter of a couple of hours or a few days, that that metal begins to rust unless you have some kind of protection around it. Well, your body has a tendency to rust on the inside out. If we constantly are drinking positive ORP water, then it's like putting rust into our body. So what if there was a way to reduce that negative to a positive? That is one of the many things that we do. When you test our water, you get a negative ORP. The next thing is pH. Now, personally, I've owned several swimming pools in my life, and I know that if you let the acidicness, as you can see on the chart, go down to the acidic side below 7.2, then all of a sudden disease and algae and fungus and all kinds of things can start to grow on the sides of the wall and in the water and so forth, and we certainly don't want to swim in that. So what do? We throw something in the water to raise the pH to get that alkalinity up so no kind of disease of any kind can live. There's a lot of research out there that says all kinds of disease, you name it, even the big C word, survives and thrives in an acidic body. That's known as sickness. But when you raise that pH up and you can go to 7.2 and above, then that is good health, and you can eliminate all those other problems that are there. So there's so much research out there. There's books after books after books after books to validate what it is I'm talking about on how you can live a better quality life. I love some of the titles here. Your body cries for water. You're not sick, you're just thirsty. Reverse the aging process by drinking more water. There's all kinds of documentation. Matter of fact, a number of years ago, Dr. Otto Warburg won the Nobel Prize validating that disease and different things thrives in an acidic body, but not in an alkaline body. So the research is there, the proof is there. So we ask that you let your own eyes, and seeing is believing, get back with whoever invited you to try the water. I promise you it's going to be the best tasting water that you ever put in your mouth, and you are absolutely going to love it. And it's going to be great to see us go around the country and around the world and eliminate the problem with dirty water, and also the problem with all these plastic bottles. Coming from Texas, I see when you pull up to some of these convenience stores, they got pallets and pallets of water sitting out on the sidewalk with the sun beating down on them in plastic bottles. Goodness gracious, that scares me to death just to think about it. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is another amazing product. You know, God gave us air, water, and food. So we know we've taken the best that water has to offer us in delivering what Mother Nature wants us to have. The next thing is a product we call Volumina. It is an amazing product. If there was only one product that we needed to take to balance our body, it would have to be this product. This product is absolutely amazing. And the key ingredient in this product is a product called colostrum. Now, we all know there's a lot of different colostrums out there, but we have one that's considered to be a super colostrum. Now, think about this just for a minute. The first thing in the Bible they talk about is water, and my understanding, water is mentioned in there over 600 times. The next thing that we need to think about is food. The very first thing in a mammal's mouth is what they call the pre-milk, from the mother, and it's so critical and important. You take a baby calf, when it hits the ground, if it doesn't get to its mother within a matter of a few hours, odds are that poor little calf will not make it. Humans are the same way. If the mother doesn't give that baby the proper breastfeeding and that immune, to help build that immune system, odds are that child's going to grow up with a weaker immune system, subject to all kinds of headaches, diseases, and colds and flus. I've got 4 grandchildren of my own, and I know when we raised our 2 oldest kids, one was breastfed and one was not. And there is a huge difference in the overall balance of health between my own 2 children. And what I realized in the last 20 or 30 years, when you go to the hospital, they give you all these great gifts to go home with. One of them is a big old box of Pampers, and another one is a big old case of what? Baby formula. And they encourage you, it's so simple, just put them on baby formula. Well, what we've discovered now is the children of the last 10, 20, 30 plus years, their immune system is at a weaker stage because the mother was not able to provide them with the proper breastfeeding to get that pre-milk into the body to give them all the immune system. Now, we're teamed up with a doctor by the name of Dr. Andrew Keach, and what an amazing guy this guy is. This guy actually has written a book on colostrum. It's a hardback book with well over 40 well over 200 clinical studies, over 400 pages, and he's considered to be the guru of gurus on colostrum. And it provides us with some of the growth factors that the body has to have. Well, we have this very special colostrum, and most colostrum has 1 to 3% of the peptides that we need. Well, this super colostrum, which is a patented ingredient, which we have worldwide exclusive rights on,